Testing one, two, three. Can y'all hear me okay? I adjusted my mic from this morning, and I think it's going to be loud enough now. Correct? Yeah, I learned something new too. All right, folks. It looks like the last 2 days between this time and tonight, the market just goes quiet, and then tonight it picks up. Now it makes me wonder whether or not somebody's getting what I call an early briefing on what the news is going to be tomorrow. We know we got big news tomorrow. This morning's news hit our target. I hope people took advantage of the nice trades we made because of that. I know that I was as clear as a bell what to do. Now tonight's a little different, and from the standpoint we've made those highs, and depending on how we start tonight, when we start that new day, it'll lead us into how to read and interpret everything. One of the big highlights was Nvidia for me this morning. I had it long, went up to 127. The stock did, so that was a big highlight for me from getting long last night. It started moving up. Another stock that I've got a big play on, I'll tell you about. And people that in my TNT know about this. It's DJT. That stock's at 14, or well, it's actually 1379, 13.8. It needs to get above about 1451. Michael says a link went out that, thanks, Michael. It went out and said 8 o'clock tonight. Well, no, I'm not doing it 8 o'clock tonight. The symbol's DJT. DJT. But I hardly ever do something in midday like this, but I wanted to because I knew that we had a big report tomorrow. I also knew that what I'm talking about is timely, and I think I want to make sure people have an opportunity to be part of what I call Find Time for a Dime. But if you look here on this slide, we do a lot of information. So try to get in Telegram, and we have a lot of education, a lot of different things that allow you, the trader, to always, take advantage of it. Okay. Let's get started. Okay. Oh, you're welcome for that QQQ trade. Made 96% overnight. Now, see, David, I hope you sent me a love letter to T-Buzz TNT at DTI Trader. I love those kind of things. Okay. There will be, Steve. There will be a separate Telegram channel for the Find Time for a Time. Okay, let's get started. All right, risk involved in trading. Boy, don't we know about that. Very high degree of risk involved in trading, and past performance is not indicative of future results. That's why I tell people I will not listen to anybody unless they're a trader. I don't need to know about theories. I need to know what works, when it's going to work, how it's going to work, and somebody's got to be willing to be live in front of me for me to listen to it. That's just me personally. And I've made that a rule my whole career. Okay. So I think it's important to be able to demonstrate what you do. Now, for those that don't know, I'm a former Air Force officer, active trader since the 70s. I've got a lot of formers in here. A former member of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Got a long history, don't I? Author of 3 books, Winning the Day Trading Game, The Markets Never Sleep, and Trade to Win. You can get on, what can you get on? Amazon, get those books. If you ever come to a live seminar, bring it, I'll be glad to sign it. Work with students since 1996. I've been around a few good markets, a few bad markets over the years. I'm still here. There must be a reason. Must be a reason. Now, you can get on my YouTube channel. I got a great video that I did this week talking about the pattern day trade rule. Is it up yet? I don't know if it's up, but if it is, you ought to watch that. It gives you some ideas, especially if you're a small account, how to avoid getting penalized for it. Okay. It's really a good video we put together. Now, we have customer service live every day, Friday, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 1. That's www.dtitrader.com/help. And if you think about it and you write down something I say today and you got a question, you always go there and ask them. In my opinion, I think the market is going to get stronger, and I think that we've got to be there with it. I wouldn't say, hey, it's going to top out at this level. I would say we'll play this trend that started here in September. We'll play it until it no longer be played and the odds swing the other way. But we're about to start the last quarter of the year, and I'd like to inform you, history has shown that when we get to the last quarter of the year, that's my best time of the year. So I always look forward to it, and I hope y'all will be with me. Now, there's 5 things that I've said. And if you hear when I read these, I want you to type into that chat room, Tom, you did do that. So let's just see what's on this next slide. First, I said back on Valentine's Day, I told you that gold was headed to 2,700, and we bought CDE at that time for $4.19. Gold, when I made this, was at $26.93. It did make it to 2,700 today. And I said it was at its low. Okay? Y'all remember that. Buck says you nailed it, Tom. Now, the second thing that I said on Fed Day, I told you if this market got above 57.55, the market would go higher. Guess what? It went higher. Then yesterday, I said if it goes above 57.94, we'd head to 58.25. Folks, this is legendary stuff I'm telling you right here. It went to 58.30 this morning. And last night, my TNT, did anybody get the message where I said I'm long and I'm using a stop? I'm going to 58.25. Only if you could do that trade, you got 2,000 extra in your account if you only did one contract. That is, in recent memory, is how we've been on point. And I think it's fun to do it, especially with the students, because I love those love letters. Now, I also said I would make fine time for a dime play, and I did that. I have a one-on-one going on right now, and I sold out with a 70% gain. I said I'd do it, warming up for this afternoon. A 70% gain. That's huge. This is what this is about. Yesterday, Roger, who's here one-on-one, saw me execute fine time for a dime on the XSP for 10 cents. And this morning, he saw me exit that trade for a 70% gain. Said I'd do it. I did it. I'm saying this. Write this down. Please write this down. I'm going to put on a fine time for a dime trade the last 30 minutes of the day. That's why I'm doing this presentation. Today, let me talk to you about a way to trade the 2 biggest opportunities in the market with trades that cost as little as $10. And this isn't some hypothetical back test. This is real traders. I've been sharing this for a greater part of a year with a lot of different programs because I was refining it, because I've got one program that only plays big report. I said, man, I want to do this Tuesday through Friday. I'm gonna do it Tuesday, Friday. I got the criteria now. And boy, it does feel good. It's not some risky penny stock gamble. Take a look at some of these real trades we're already seeing play out. There's a 37% overnight. Not a day trade, but 37% on September 11th. That's this month. September 18th, we hit it for 100% overnight on fine time for a dime. It gets better, folks. You got to be in this program. Back on July 30, one of our best trades ever was 122% overnight. Turned that $1,000 into $25.95 in pure profit. And today I'm going to show you how you can start trading these opportunities as soon as tomorrow. Well, scratch tomorrow. Tomorrow's here. We're going to do it today. And now is the perfect time to get started with this all-new way of approaching the market. Right now, there's 2 huge opportunities I'm watching carefully in the market. First gold. You saw me make big money in gold from Valentine's Day to now. There's more to come. Gold prices climbed to that record 27% over this year. That's huge, especially then you leverage that in options. Wait till you leverage it with 10-cent options. We've been on the move from the very beginning. If you know me, been around gold a long time. I called it back in 2003 in front of 1,500 people. I said, folks, start buying gold with both hands. It was $300. Pretty cool, wasn't it? Look what happened. Off we went. You might say I have a feel for gold. A few weeks after that, I warned my traders not to miss the opportunity setting up for gold. Most important time, folks, to be in gold. Gold now, I'm just going to tell you how I got 2,700. That's the inflation adjusted price for a new high, which means we're probably going to go higher. But before you think you missed the opportunity, think again. We're getting wound up. All roads lead to gold. Prices above 3,000, according to Ryan McIntyre. We get started on a gold super cycle. The last time we saw something even anywhere close to this play out, gold surged 536 points. There it is back there when I got long for the first time after 20 years of watching it. And time before that, 1,000%. Most people play it entirely wrong. We're not going to do that if you're part of my team. We'll get to that in a second. But first, opportunity number 2. Energy. Energy's on its ass. Well, I shouldn't have said that, should have, public. Just say it's on its butt. Okay? Or behind, ever how you want to call it. But energy's been getting killed. I think energy is setting up, and we're going to be there. It's been beaten down over the last year. This stock is lagging behind every sector. Matter of fact, one of the 7 sisters is limping along. Now, if you know me, I've traded energy throughout my career with a ton of success. Back in 2022, when we last saw an opportunity like this, y'all remember, I got you long. We made a bunch of money on Energy Plus. Energy Plus saw a lot of people benefit from my ability to teach you, educate you, get you in, get you out. Like CVX, 25% return, October 22. PSX, a 12%, 2023. Many more trades like that, and people rave when I get big on energy. Well, folks, let me be the first to know I'm big on energy. Now, I'll teach you how to trade it both up and down. Opportunity hadn't been there for the past 18 months, but election coming up, that's about to change. A Trump win will mean a new golden age for oil stocks. I'm here to tell you, the odds favor this. And if Harris wins, green energy would skyrocket as a result, but there's a problem there, and I'll tell you about that. Energy is about to move big time, be part of it. We've already seen the gears start to turn, it's starting to spread. Energy has flipped to the hottest sector, will be hot, and find time for a dime is a great way to play it. I didn't do this back then. I'm going to do it this time. But once again, most people will play these opportunities all wrong. You think of gold and oil as alternative assets? I don't. I think when they're hot, we're going to be hot with them. If we put money in gold, if the economy gets bad, watch it slowly climb 5 or 6% buying the actual metals themselves. And throughout here, it's been a pretty smart way to do it. But we're going to leverage this opportunity with find time for a dime. Most traders don't realize times have changed. Gold isn't just a safe haven. It has an 88% correlation with the general market, and it's not buy and hold anymore, not with the technology. Look at the daily moves gold has had just in the last week. Wow. And any asset moving that fast is tradable. And right now in the option market is a huge opportunity to go for those that know how to play it. I'm going to show you a different way in find time for a dime, like we did earlier this week. Found an opportunity on gold to cash in on a 10-cent option, more than 33% in the same day. You got to love it. You see there's a clear opportunity here. If you get on board, you're part of this, you're going to love it. So how do you do it? By flipping one of Wall Street's secret weapons on its head. You've heard of time decay? Kills option players. And it's the hidden power that makes options move against you even when the stock seems to be going in your favor. Wall Street prices options are based on time decay. Less time you have for your option bets to come true, the less it costs. And on gold, these short-term options are dirt cheap because folks still think gold is a slow and steady asset. But when you integrate, mix in my market timing, it changes the odds entirely. So I discovered just by scooping up these dirt cheap options that cost less than a dime, we can have some big wins. Type in here if you've had big wins already with me on this. Let people know. Just like we did on August 12th, 30%, same day. This week we had some big wins. And as you can see, these dime options don't need much more to make big percentage returns. Okay? 50% in a few days there. About the maximum hold period is about 4 days, by the way. I'll tell you that. Check out that trade from June 12th, 50%. Or weeks ago, 100% overnight. I love those 10s to 20s. Now, how do you know which options to trade? Well, you just can't go buying up any old option out there. You have to know the criteria, what's set up, what market to go into, which one's liquid enough, and that takes a little experience. I'll show you how it works. That's why I want to invite everybody here that joins me to that special master class I'm holding on Monday. We'll go exactly how to find these options on gold, but not just gold. On the SPY, the QQQ, I'll find it out of 5 different tickers, and all you got to do is put it on at a dime. One dime looks like the other dime, except when you sell it for 2 dimes. Our best advice ever was on June 30 on the XSP, 122.5% on that one. Now, in our masterclass, I'll walk you through the criteria. Let me just stop you. Having this checklist in front of you, okay? Having this checklist in front of you is so valuable because you can find these opportunities Tuesday through Friday if you know how the setup looks. 5 steps. I'll give them to you Monday in the masterclass. Now, the complete list of tickers that qualify for the 10-cent options. I'll usually charge for a class like this $4.97 minimum. But today, if you join my service, my brand new service called Find Time for a Dime, love this name. 10-cent options are really a good way to manage money, manage your money, and grow your account in the market. Now, you find these opportunities in real time. We'll find them to you and send them to you, the ones that set up. Here's how it'll work. I'm scanning the markets for opportunities every week, Tuesday through Friday. I'll find the best opportunities for you. And when I spot one, it'll come straight to you through Telegram's channel. You'll get an email, SMS message, and a Telegram letting you know, hey, we got one in play. And here's the beautiful thing about this program. It's going to happen typically after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And you simply look it over, follow the instructions if you choose. No complicated, just straight calls, straight puts. Don't you like that? The most basic option works on this one. Straight calls and puts, simplest ones available. Pretty incredible wins in the past. They're not going to stop. You can be part of it. If you really want to have some fun, set it up, set a desired amount of money on each one. I'll show you how to get in, how to get out. We'll talk about that Monday. 34% overnight on that one. That's another $340 if you're using $1,000. 50%, there's another $500 if you're using $1,000. Another $330 if you're using $1,000. Now, that's $1,000 there. I mean, goodness gracious. 122.5% there, a little bit over $1,000. You went for overtime pay on that one. They're not going to tax that, are they? Now, in the past, my trading alert service has cost a pretty penny. I know that. And after all, we've seen some pretty incredible things from a lot of people. Oh, Glenn said he's happy with everything I do. I teach him, educate him. I always use the word education, anything I do, because I want you to know what it takes to find these things yourself. Karen said she's never known anyone more experienced and passionate. Been with me about 10 years. Can't go wrong to join this program. I always give you extra, and that's just something about me. I want you to get your money's worth. Get into everything you can with me. Forget all the noise. be on the track, the right track for you. That's the key. So I can charge anything I want for it because it's that good, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to forget all the gimmicks. Not going to charge what I think is fair. I'm going to give you a discount if you're one of the top 50 that join. I'm going to make it a no-brainer. These next two will do that. Absolutely. The first 50 trades, find time for a dime, multiply it times that, takes 500 off. We will sponsor that. How do I do that? It's simple. 50 trades times $10 is $500. Knock that off my price. I'm building a dynasty for 10-cent traders. No one does this. You can search on the web all night long. You won't find anybody that does this. You got to be experienced and you got to know the criteria. You'll find that out Monday. $19.95 for 1 year would be a great price, but here's where the deal comes. Nobody knows what I'll charge next year. Now, Deborah just recently wrote, Jonathan, to me, I just don't have words for the magic Tom spends for these trades in one day and out the next morning. She bought a lot of calls at 9 cents and out 19 over 100%. Calls me a magician. She's in love with the way I do it because I keep it simple, straightforward, nothing's hidden, and we do it. These dime trades opportunities are going to keep well. Man, I tell you, we're going to have, y'all know what 4 aces is? That's going to be a week when we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of dime trades. And tonight we're kicking this thing off together as a special bonus for everyone that joins. And you're one of those first 50, okay? We're going to upgrade that subscription right from the start. And tonight, you won't be joining for 1 year. Here comes the winner. You'll be getting a lifetime subscription to Find Time for a Dime if you take part in this program. A one-time payment to access every dime trade I ever sent. There you go. Pretty sweet, if I say so myself. So it's time, chicken, fish, or steak for those that really care about doing things. And if you're here to unlock it, just click the link in the chat and let's get started. Adam, drop that link. Let's do it. Now, I'm going to answer some top questions about Find Time a Dime, but first, let me tell you where the idea came from. When I was a teenager, we used to go to the drive-in movie. I don't know if they still have those or not, but it was a lot of fun as a teenager to pile into the car. We'd have 8 to 10 people squeezed in there, and we'd pay 10 cents to get into the movie. I remember from my teenage days, and I thought, these dime options sort of fit. Find Time for a Dime. Find Time for a Dime might have started at a drive-in, but now it's helped find some serious trade wins. 34% overnight, 50% in a few days, 33% same day, 100% overnight, 122.5 overnight. So get started right now. Take one of the 50 spots. Let me get some top questions out. How much money do I need to trade with? Well, honestly, I like to use $1,000 on these things, so that gives you 100 of these suckers, but you could do it for $100 and be fine and grow it. I'm fine with that, but get started. You don't need to be an option expert. This is straight calls, straight puts. Will you teach us how to find? Absolutely. That's what Monday's all about. How often do you expect trades? I've averaged about 2 times a week. Here's a promise to you. I'll be looking for these things every day, Tuesday through Friday. If it deals us a full 4 aces for the week, I'll take all 4. We'll see what the market says. How they differ from my 25-cent program. A great program that formed the basis to get here. These trades are very different. These are every day of the week, Tuesday through Friday I'm looking at. Where the 25-cent trader are only for big events. Big difference. Time to take action. Join. But before you do, remember, this offer is limited to only 40 people. And I got a special offer for those 50 people. I've worked it out. Are y'all ready? $19.95 VIP membership. Call 904-416-1776 or go to dtitrader.com/dime. That's it. A dime, not technically. If you're VIP, we'll give you a substantial discount. But other than that, this is a separate new program for Find Time for a Dime. Like I said, Tuesday to Friday, looking at different markets, where that one was focused on XSP. Any questions? Any questions asking? Get started. There's 40 slots. Now, if you're one of those 50 people, I've worked out a deal. You won't be paying commission. And 50, I'll release the code and everything. So you're going to love that portion of it too. Okay. So let me know. Be on here, because once I hit 50, I'm done talking. I'm ready to take action. What do you think? You like that? I love it. Now, I got to tell you, this is the second time I gave the presentation. If I had to say, I think we hit all the notes on this one. All the notes. What do you think? You going to be there today at 3:30 when I do my first Find Time for a Dime in the new program? Give me a yes if you are. No, this is straight. Bob says, I'm going right now to take one of those spots. Sam says, I'm doing it. You count it up. They're going to go fast. Dennis is in. Joe's in. I know Roger's in. He saw me do it. He saw it do it live. Find Time for a Dime. Karen's in. Yeah, for about a year, I experimented on getting this criteria, giving you things, and we will do everything possible to make sure. Now, if we draw 4 aces, being able to do it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, are y'all okay with that? Because they're not day trades. Are y'all okay if I find 4? Oh, Roger's sitting over here saying, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, the biggest day, this is one reason that got me on this. The biggest day I had on Find Time for a Dime happened on that day the market sold off to 51.20. I don't know if y'all remember that day. It was on a Monday. I think it was in August. I had about $3,000, if I remember correctly. Don't hold me to the exact numbers. It's just approximate, but about $3,000 invested in these dime options, you know? Think about that. They went from 10 cents over the weekend, from Friday to Monday, to anywhere from $2 to $4. Polly, I'd get T-Buzz Talking Trade to give you an opportunity, because last night, if you'd been there, you'd made $2,000 if you just listened to me. Is that worth being there? I'd do it. Absolutely. Find Time for a Dime. Every time I saw that picture of the drive-in movie, I saw some good movies about that. Miss D says she can't believe I'm doing this because at this price, because it's lifetime, number one, and number two, it'll pay for itself very shortly. Yep. See, every trade's not going to be a winner, and that's okay. But I've done this. Let's say I paid a dime, it goes to 7 or 8 cents. I get out and I get in another one for a dime. So I take the 7 cents. I'm actually in at 3 cents. If I sell it for 20 cents, did I make money? Absolutely. I will show you techniques. You know, we're not going to die on the vine with whatever we put in that trade. We're going to, if we got the same trade, we're going to roll it to another one that's a better pay. That's a beautiful thing about this. You only got 10 cents in there, 1 dime. And I do appreciate all of you just holding this market so quiet now. You're using your time. Denise says this is her favorite program out of all the programs she's a member of. It helps her grow her small account. You know, that's why I came up with it, Denise, because I knew small players needed to get over the hump, and this helps you. Leonard said, I'm in. I want one of those slots. Did you enjoy the presentation? Straight, it's honest, right to you. And folks, you know, 10 cents. So you take 10 cents and divide how much you want to risk. It makes it simple math, doesn't it? Now, sometimes I do get in at 9 cents or 11 cents, but you know, what's a penny among friends? Hey, William, smart. No, Buck, it does not. You know, give you a mile, Buck, and you want, you know, what's that saying? You try to take the whole thing. You're a great trader. Give you an inch, you want a mile. Yeah, give you an inch, I want a mile. That's right, Buck. Yeah, that's right. Hey, if somebody said, hey, I'm going to introduce you to a way not have to pay those extra fees, we'll take those extra fees we're paying and invest it in the Find Time for a Dime. You like that? I like that. Yeah. Be one of these 50, folks. Be one of these 50. I'm going to walk you through the art of putting the whole package together from a business standpoint for you. That's why this is a very important program as we go forward. Okay. I'll explain that on Monday. All right. I don't know, Adam. Are we close to the 50? I'll quit talking. We are. How are we doing? We got about 25 minutes. Let me tell you how this is going to work. We got about 25 minutes to complete what I call RB4. And in between 3 and 4, I'm going to find this dime trade in one of these 5 markets. Okay. So you need to get signed up. You need to get in Telegram. Adam will give you a link to join Find Time for a Dime. And we're going to start off together in less than what is this hour? Less about an hour and a half. Any questions you have about what you're getting in this program? I don't want your expectations to go off the chart because I'm going to do my very best to meet those. And that starts Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday looking for a dime trade that we can put in our account. We'll call it our dime portfolio. Now, the first time those 4 dimes, if we go 4 trades that week, hit, well, guess what, folks? That's love letter time. Leonard said, I'm already ready. He's waiting on me. Set your watch. It's 1:30 right now, 1:37. Starting at 3, I'll look close. By 3:30, I'll have one picked out of the 5, and we'll be set for our first launch in the 5 time for a dime. I wonder if that background in green means anything. Huh. Looks good, doesn't it? Sure, I'll do that for you, JH. Just tell, and I said it's okay. That's what you need. Dan says in that dime and out at 20, he takes a loss. Dan, you wasn't listening. Somebody, let me see who said that. You got that right. Listen to this. This is what I can't believe you gave away so many 100% winners free before Nelson to join this program. Just crazy. And don't understand. They don't understand a winner when they see one. No, John, there's not. You got a 30-day window. I ain't playing that game with you, Johnny boy. You got 30 days. Yeah, I think 30 is fine. And by the way, go to youtube.com. I'm going to start using YouTube. I'll just tell you this, my idea. I'm going to start using YouTube more frequently by itself. So you need to be on youtube.com/TBuzzTNT because I've got some special things coming that way too. Jonathan said the link to join the Telegram channel could be found in the members area for Find Time for a Dime. Adam, this is your idea of me doing this time of day. I think it was an outstanding idea. I don't normally do these things interday this way, but I'm glad I did. John, you didn't listen to me. There's no cost on commissions if you're one of these 50. I'll show you how to get set up. I'm going to use my reputation to get you set up, okay? But you got to be one of the 50. I ain't doing it past 50, so Monday I'll let you know. I can't do any better than that, Johnny boy. You're a hard man. You ought to join just for that reason. Jay says, I'm in. Forget John. Take care of me. I got to take care of John. He asks good questions. You know, the funny thing is, I was thinking, is there anybody else that I know that could do this way? You got to have a couple skills. You got to be able to have market timing. You got to put your own money on the line to figure out what works and what doesn't work. You got to know when to get in. You got to know when to get out. And number 4, you've got to know the right market to pick. There's 5 choices. I go through all those 5 looking for the one that's going to give us the best opportunity. Wonder why I do that. Okay. Way to go, Roland. Lifetime. Find time for a dime. By the way, if you're ever in Ponte Vedra Beach, you ought to go to the Loop restaurant. They got the best tea I think I've had, and I'm a tea drinker from way back. Roger put me onto this. Roger's with me, not the Roger across the street. This Roger, he's from, he's here for this one-on-one train, having a great time. I'm going to take him to the beach in the hurricane, get a picture. Y'all give Adam a shout out because he worked hard to get this put together. All right, we got our game plan. Adam, I think I've answered everybody's question. I'm going to go back to the market, get set up for Find Time for a Dime. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That tea is the best, T-Buzz.
Yep. See everybody, look for your trade no later than 3:30 today. Find Time for a Dime.